This segment brought to you by Leupold, America's Sport Optics Authority.
Well, the party was a great time, just a good break, and see everybody and everything else. Just absolutely had a ball. But next morning, we were back up way before daylight, hitting the trail again, trying to find us a buck. We look off in the distance and we see two really nice bucks crossing the river. And I mean, just barely daylight. You couldn't get any footage of these things or anything else. And so at the crack of daylight, I got Candy crossing the river, and it is cold. It's actually freezing, and there's frost, a little bit of ice on the water, and she has to wade this river. But she's a trooper. We waller through there and almost get in quicksand and get across the river and end up getting over there to where we last seen the bucks, and ended up blowing it. The wind changed and the deer blew town, and all we got was cold, wet feet, and then we ended up getting a long hike out of it before the day was over. We got down to the final last day of the season. The night before, we got talking with our brother Jeff, and he says, I got a good idea. Let's work up this one canyon. He says, well, he just said it was a couple miles. He's only done this on a horseback before, so he really has no idea how far it is, but we found out it was more than a couple miles.
Quite a bit.
But it was fun. So we're back out there at the crack of daylight, crossing that river again, only way further downstream.
But I brought an extra pair of boots this time.
And we come to the head of the canyon where we're going to start in there, and it was kind of cool. Written on the rocks, scratched into the rocks with some of her family's names from way back. I mean, her family's been there since the late 1800s, and it was kind of cool to see that writing on the rocks of her family and friends from the old days.
And when we got to where the canyon split, there's only two directions it can go now. My sister Vicky and I went up one, and Randy was still checking out different things there at the mouth of the other canyon, and my brother Jeff was going to go up the other canyon. I seen one good set of tracks going up, so I know that there's a buck up there somewhere. I don't know how big he is, but I know there is one. And all of a sudden, Vicky yells at me, "Get your skinny rear end over here, I got you a buck."
What happened?
Okay, well, I just shot a pretty nice little 3-point, and we're up in this deep canyon. Vicky, she spotted him for me, told me to get my skinny rear end over there because she had a buck. So,
we're hunting right in the bottom of these big canyons, walled canyons. I believe he's got to come back by us to get out, unless there's something up top.
but when they got there, we thought, well, we better walk up to this brush and see if he's there. So I got my gun ready and I start sneaking up, and he wasn't dead. Even though it was a killing shot, I just didn't have the patience to wait long enough, I guess. So up he went, and here you can see where I got my second shot. He's right here. We followed the blood trail down the canyon a little ways, and I was just easing up over this hill, and I see him down. He's down. Buck down.
Little 4x3.
You watch
Do you work hard for that? Good job.
We've hunted so hard. We put in for tags here in southern Utah where I grew up, and it's tough hunting. It's really tough hunting. My sister Vicky spotted this buck laying down in some scrub brush. It was kind of a jump and run and shoot and a little exciting, but I got him, and I just thank God for that. It's been an awesome, awesome day. The whole family came down for my dad's 80th birthday in southern Utah,
And we've been hunting hard. We've been beating brush and climbing canyons. And final day. Today was a final day. My sister Vicki and
Not about the swim on the river in my skivvies.
Well, that's right.
she did. We crossed the river at daylight this morning to get to this canyon, and she didn't want to get her pants wet, so she took them off.
She was pumped. It was very cool and just a great time. So we're kind of celebrating and excited and happy for Candy and everything, and realize there's still more tracks going on up the canyon. So Guy and Vicki and I, we decided we're just going to go on up and see what else is up there.
Check out our website, the only place you can get special deals on the gear we use and believe in. Proudly brought to you by Cryptek Apparel, from the battlefield to the backcountry. Leupold, America's Sport Optics Authority. Matthews, makers of the new Halon bow. Mountain Ops, there's no off-season. And Onyx Maps, visualize your success. We are do-it-yourself, backcountry big game hunting. It's our extreme desire.